So, if you could do time travel, to which historical period would you go and what would you do or change?
Oh, that's the big question. If you could change something, if you could travel to the past. But I mean, it's so hard to say if I could change. I mean, I would say where I would travel to if I couldn't change anything, because I don't know if it's good to change things in the past. But I would like to travel to the 90s and be an adult in the 90s and just, I don't know, go to concerts and have a fun time.
Yeah, I'd probably go to the 50s or to the late 60s, just because of the, you know, nice furniture and clothing, and late 60s, this amazing feeling of freedom. But I would, if I could change something, I would probably just tackle feminism earlier, because there weren't a lot of men that fought for feminism, and I would probably do that in the 50s then.
Which scene was the hardest one to shoot?
Well, for me personally, I thought the scene with Michael Kahnwald, my father, in episode 6 in season 2 was the hardest scene to shoot, because they always also, well, they cut away and show different stories, but we shot this scene as one whole, so it was quite long, and we had quite a few arcs, and it went up and down, and of course it was extremely emotional, so that was probably the hardest scene for me to act.
I can't really name one scene, but in general, just being able to keep this kind of energy level you have when you're doing a film or a series over like 6 months when we were shooting, and having to do like a lot of emotional scenes every day, and trying to be like, have this strength and power over so many days just to go through it, and just to like don't lose your energy midway through. So I would say that was the most challenging part for me.
Do you think people would use time travel for good or evil? Propose if it was a real thing.
Well, it really depends on who's
the person who uses it, yeah.
I mean, I would hope that obviously that nobody would use it for a bad thing, but if it's like a lot of things, it's like power. When you give power to the wrong people, it's just a bad thing. So probably just in case somebody bad happens to do it, maybe just like don't do time travel at all.
Yeah, I think people are too often too self-centered, so they would be too selfish to do something good, so they would probably do something bad.
Do you believe in
humanity?
Do you guys believe in destiny? Do you think everyone is born with their lives traced up and meant to be, or is it shaped by their decisions?
Well, sometimes I like to think there is something like destiny, but you know, there's also the question of dark. Is there a free will or is there not? And I think it's horrible to think that there is not a free will. I think it makes you extremely unhappy, and I'd rather believe in that I can influence something, and only in situations where I actually cannot influence anything at all, when it's up to somebody else, then I want to, you know, believe in something like destiny. I don't know, I don't want to call it destiny, but in something bigger and some bigger strength or whatever, so I can relax and think this is not my cup of tea anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of the same for me. I mean, I really have the strong belief that everybody wants to have the possibility of having a free will, because it's just so depressing to live a life and, you know that you can't change anything about your future. But there are certain moments where it's easier to cope with, when you just think that there's this bigger force that you can't influence in a way.
In the series, Marta and Jonas are a perfect match, and season 3 makes even more evident. Do you believe in matches made in heaven?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a very romantic thing to believe in. I think, that's possible for sure.
Okay. And a recurring theme in the series is that every action will have consequences. If it was possible to go back in time to fix some of your mistakes, would you do it?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't fix any mistakes, because I learned from them. You know, I by making these mistakes, I became the person I am today, and who knows who I would become if I change anything. And it's okay where I am now, what I am, who I am, And I do not think I would like to change anything, because it's also part of growing up, making mistakes, and it's not only part of growing up, but it's part of living, existing. You should make mistakes, and it's good for you. So fall down, get back up, learn from it, or not, just do it.
Yeah, I would say the same. It's important to do mistakes in order to grow as a person. And I mean, everybody does mistakes. It's just a very normal thing. And it's more like how you cope with them and how you react to your mistakes than doing them. So I wouldn't change anything.
Okay. Can you send a kiss to Brazil?
A kiss to Brazil.
Yeah.
Hello, Brazilian fans. Thank you so much for watching and talking about the series, having theories, discussing it, and loving it so much. We really appreciate it, and we hope you like the third season and last season of Dark, and especially the ending.
No, it's my turn. Okay, so thank you, Brazil, for all your love for this show. We love seeing everything you do and all the fan art and all the theories, and we love that you're so involved in it, and we really hope you enjoy the third season and keep on watching and keep on spreading the love for Dark.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank
Cool,
you.
thank you. Thanks for your time.
Bye. Kiss from Brazil.
Take care.
Take care.